going on, everybody? Welcome to the RBS Cinema Podcast.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
This is Sparta! I'm thinking I'm back.
Why so serious?
Avengers!
Assemble. I'm Batman.
You better lawyer up, asshole. Because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
I'll be back.
You shall not pass!
RBS.
Lovely.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of RBS Cinema. This week's episode, we are talking about Blade, the Wesley Snipes joint. And as always, I'm your host, Devin. And with me, as always, is Jack.
I'm still Jack.
And unfortunately, Lou could not be here. He said he was going to be here, but he couldn't. So, because he was too busy recording music, and then time got away from him, and then he just goes like, "I'm not going to have anything to contribute to this movie." So,
well, he wouldn't be an RBS guest if he couldn't make a constant appearance, you know.
yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. He might be a full-time host. Who knows? Because, you know, he only lives, like, right there. So, he only lives across the hall. So, I don't know. But also, that kind of just depends on his schedule and what he can fit. So, you know.
Right, but
that's all up to him.
We haven't asked JK to, like, come into back-to-back shows.
True.
Or Andy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's only because, like, Andy lives, like, an hour away.
Yeah.
So, that wouldn't work. And then, also, JK, he's just constantly busy.
Yeah,
like, he's always hanging out with people. He's always got stuff going on. So, I'd love to have just a constant rotation of people come in. Like, I think that would be cool and great, but everybody's always constantly busy being adults. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I had to pay like $55 for gas today.
Jeez.
That was
that like
fun.
going from empty to full?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like...
Yeah, I put 25 in the tank yesterday for just a little over half. Almost empty. So,
no, whenever I get gas, I always get like the full tank. Basically, yeah. It's just like doesn't make much sense to me to do otherwise. So
yeah,
but that was it's my fault for going to a gas station that had like $3.39 per gallon. But like,
yeah,
it was the one that was right over on the interstate over here. So
is that the QT?
Yeah, it's the QT.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I went yesterday to get gas.
Yeah. So.
Gas prices are going up. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. But enough about that bunch of bullshit. Right off the top, I want to thank you all so much for being here, chilling out with us, listening to us talk about movies, and in this case, Blade this week. But yeah, we really appreciate you being here. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts. Be sure to do all the things. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
And, you know, do thumbs up, all that cool stuff. Really appreciate it. And, you know, let us know if you think that Blade is a rent, buy, or skip. So let us know what you guys feel about Blade or another movie that you guys want us to talk about. We really appreciate your feedback. And, you know, we'll kick it off here. So, let's kick off with watch list. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I actually don't have a watch list this week.
Okay.
I didn't have much time this week. I've been pretty busy, like
doing apartment stuff
after working. Yeah, stuff like that. So, I actually didn't like this is basically the only. I wanted to watch John Wick.
Yeah.
I really wanted to watch John Wick again because
you told me about that the other day.
A bunch of clips. I just never got around to it, which is my bad.
Because like we were at work and you were helping me, and then you started jotting stuff down about John Wick. I was like, "Fuck." Now I want to watch it again.
Yeah, because like I was watching a bunch of shorts on YouTube about like this, like because I'm watching a lot of Breaking Bad commentary on YouTube. I just get these shorts nowadays that were just like it's like the director's commentary and like actors talking about like scenes and stuff like that in like short little shorts on YouTube. It's like Breaking Bad, and then now my feed is like partially that, but also like clips from movies. And John Wick just happened to come up of the couple like going into the car shop for the first time in John Wick 1. He's like, "Where'd you get that car?" You know?
With John Leguizamo.
Yeah. And like the following scene, like, well, sir, he stole John Wick's car and killed his dog.
Killed the dog. Oh.
I heard you struck my son.
Yes, sir, I did.
And may I ask why?
Yeah, well, because he stole John Wick's car, sir, and killed his dog.
If you want to know our thoughts, feelings, and emotions about John Wick or any of the John Wick movies, we actually do have a couple of previous episodes.
Yes, we did. We talked about all of the John Wick chapters except for Ballerina, which I'd love to sit down.
Which
and
is
talk
not
about
out
that
of the
one,
realm
so.
of possibility. So
No, I'd actually really like to talk about it because that is more of a recent John Wick-esque film, but it's not specifically John Wick. It is a spin-off movie of the world of John Wick because they were like a little bit of backstory behind Ballerina. They were originally just going to call it Ballerina, and then they were worried about like people not understanding that it's from John Wick, that it's a spin-off. So then they added in like from the world of John Wick, Ballerina. So, and I think they're going to do that with Kane, Donnie Yen's character from Chapter 4. Whenever that actually does make the light of day, I think they're going to do the same route of going like from the world of John Wick, like,
So they
Kane,
might do Winston then, maybe.
No, because they already made a show about him.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, it was called The Continental.
Okay.
It was about him going into being the manager of the Continental and like all that stuff. I still need to watch it. It's like 3 episodes, but it's also like an hour and a half long for each episode.
Wow.
So each episode is kind of like a movie.
A mini movie, yeah.
Yeah. So, and like I still need to watch that. I still need to watch like Wick is Pain, the documentary. That one's like 2 hours long. So I just haven't like been, in the realm of just sitting down and watching it. So I don't really watch a whole lot of docs, but I'll watch that. I literally bought it day one, and I even bought it with the John Wick, because if you bought it on digital through Fandango, you got like a pack of playing cards, and like you got to pay extra for that.
Oh yeah.
And then I got it, I opened it up, and it's just normal pack of playing cards. The only thing that made it different was the fact that it just had like a package around it. That's it.
So not even were the face cards different?
No. That's what I was expecting. I thought that the actual playing cards would be different, like John Wick-esque, like things or a theme or something. But no, it's just a normal pack of playing cards that they're like a specialty type of playing card.
Do they at least have a custom back to them?
No, the only thing that's custom to them that is John Wick is just like the outer package, which I actually have it here behind me. Like that's about it. That's the only thing that is basically John Wick is just like the outer box, not even just like the box that holds the playing cards, literally just the outer box. So yeah, because like I have a pack of Avengers ones that my sister got me for Christmas a few years ago, and they're like sitting right there on my shelf. I open them up, and yeah, like they're all like Marvel Avengers stuff. So like, and it's awesome. So, but yeah, I really wish that they would have done that for the John Wick ones, because like that's the only reason why I bought it, not just for like, oh, it's a special package, but then the cards themselves are just plain playing cards. So, but granted, they're not like, oh, I go to Walmart and just buy a pack of playing cards. It's not like that. I think that they're more of a, I guess, higher end specialty playing card. So, but still, like, I think I paid like $20, $10 for the digital copy, $10 for the playing cards, and yeah, just for them to be normal playing cards essentially. So, but they have out a poker set for John Wick. So the poker set is actually just like John Wick-esque.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that would be pretty cool. Like, unfortunately, I'm not into poker. Otherwise, I would get it.
I think I'm slowly getting into poker.
There's a new poker game that came out for PlayStation, which is just for the PS4, which is strange. But it has like a bunch of different like characters in it that you play with.
Is it called Poker Night of the Inventory?
Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
I've been playing that.
Have you? I thought about getting Balatro Fabian was all like, "You should get Blatro. You should get
Fabian
Blatro."
plays Blatro?
I think so.
Man, why doesn't he tell me about this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Give him some tips.
Because he goes like, "Oh yeah, like you should play Blatro." I'm like, "Why?" Anything that he recommends, I go like, "Why?" And he goes like,
Blatro's fun.
"Yeah, I don't know. I thought about it." But I also thought about doing poker night at the inventory because that seemed like it would be pretty fun.
It's pretty fun.
Is it? Cool. And it's like $10, I think, right?
Yeah, and it's you're just playing poker. It's the standard rules of Texas Hold'em. You just play against like 4 characters. Well, you probably won't know who any of the characters are.
I know like 2 of them. One of them is familiar. I've never seen the other one because like I know that it's the heavy from Team Fortress 2.
Yes.
And it's the buddy from Sam and Max.
Yeah, that's Max.
Yeah. So
and then the other 2 are like Strong Bad is from a web series, like a Newgrounds series. Is that like basically
the robot looking guy? Or is that the other guy?
Yeah, no, the other guy is Tycho, and he's from an actual like comic.
Oh, okay.
He's like a web comic. Okay. He's Penny Arcade, which has actually been like around since I think the Bush administration or even before that.
Yeah,
like it's still going, by the way. So it's like 2 video game characters, a Newgrounds character, and a character from a comic, from a like a web comic, basically. And you play poker with them, and they have all interesting dialogue and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you could also like get their special stuff,
which I don't that. If you play on PC, you can actually get those items in Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, but
I don't know how that. I don't think that works if in PS4. I think they're just achievement items, basically.
Maybe, yeah.
So they're just like, you know, but if you like poker, it's a good game. If you don't really care about poker too much, it's it's not even like wacky poker. It's straight up Texas Hold'em.
Yeah. It's just straight up like regular poker.
Yeah, it's just.
I guess that's a good way for you to actually like learn on how to play poker if you want to.
It's teaching me how to play poker. Like,
so there you go. It's also the same thing as like Blatro.
Blatro
does not teach you.
Do not learn how to play poker by playing Blatro. It's,
you go to Vegas and then you go to the poker table and you're just like,
I've got an overripe.
I got a joker. Like, come on, and it's just like, okay.
No, specifically, it's like I've got a driver's license with a clown on it.
Yeah.
A rotten banana. You've got a picture of a castle, and then you have like a credit card.
Yeah.
Basically, and it's like, what do you think, guys? That's the most that Belatro's going to do for you if you try to go play actual poker after learning how to play Belatro.
Yeah, that's funny.
Anyway.
Anyhow, let's kick off with my watch list then.
Let's keep it short.
Yeah,
I don't have one.
I've got like 4 movies, but I'll keep them short.
Yeah.
So I watched first of all my watch list. I have the new Anaconda movie that came out.
The one with Jack Black and
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the movie is just about them like loving the old '90s joint Anaconda movie with Ice Cube and J-Lo.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like they watched it as kids, and they loved it so much that like Paul Rudd is an actor in the movie, and so he tells Jack Black, who his job is like making wedding videos, and so he considers himself as a quote unquote director for them, or he calls them films, and because he wanted to be a filmmaker, so Paul Rudd and him made like their own movie when they were kids, like back in high school, and so their whole dream was to go out to Hollywood to go and make movies. But Paul Rudd was the only one that pulled the trigger and actually going to Hollywood and being an actor. And so he can never really land a role because like he keeps fucking up his thing.
Isn't Jack Black in his 50s now?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
And Paul Rudd's like what?
Same age. He's like 25. 25-year-old looking Paul Rudd. But they connect back up for Jack Black's birthday, and then Paul Rudd just goes like, well, why don't we just remake Anaconda? So then they get a team together, they go out to the Amazon, and then they end up like, basically, they have a snake handler to get the snake, and then Paul Rudd ends up killing it, and then there's an actual giant anaconda, like it's like dinosaur-sized anaconda that pretty much just tries to attack them, and they just try to get out of there. So, while also there's one of the characters that is mining for gold in the Amazon, and so she's trying to get away from these what is it, like, I don't know, CIA-esque guys for the area or whatever. So, but yeah, it's great. I thought it was funny. It's a great time. So it's like an hour and a half or so. So, but next up on my list, I have a newer movie, War Machine, that came out on Netflix. So that one has Alan Richardson in it. So another Alan Richardson joint that I watched. Back-to-back Alan Richardson weeks. Because last week I talked about Playdate, and now I'm talking about War Machine. This one is a dad joint. Okay? This is like nothing but like action.
Okay.
Pretty much. Because it starts off with him and his brother. They're Marines, and they get attacked, I think, by Al-Qaeda.
Sounds like Lou would like this movie then.
Yeah, right?
He likes war movies.
Yeah.
So.
I'll have to text him.
It's got
and
war
go
in the
like,
name.
Yeah, I'll have to text him and go like, hey, man, check out War Machine. So, but, yeah, so they wanted to be Army Rangers. They get attacked by Al-Qaeda. He ends up losing his brother, and then he ends up becoming a Ranger. And he's like, you know, Alan Richardson is just a fucking beast of a man because of Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
So he goes through the ranks of being Ranger, and he becomes team lead. And they go to enemy territory to go and like do this op. And then all of a sudden, there's a alien machine that comes out of the blue, out of nowhere, and they're just like, "What the hell is this?" It wakes up, and it's basically kind of like a mech.
Oh.
And so, like, it basically just like kills everybody essentially. But they try to figure out a way to kill it, and then at the end of the movie, it's just like, "Oh, there's more of them out there. Like, how do we kill this thing?" Because he's the only one that figured out how to kill it.
So it's like a monster movie, basically.
Kind of, sort of. Like monster-esque.
Yeah.
So.
Or like it's like an alien invasion, like kaiju sort of thing.
Yeah, it's not like super huge.
Yeah.
It's like definitely like, you know, a few stories tall.
Yeah.
I'd probably say it's about maybe like 5 or 6 stories tall.
It's like Transformers, basically.
Kind of, sort of. Only not as friendly or trying to they're just basically there just to.
It's like a Transformers movie from the perspective of the Marines in Transformers.
Yeah, instead of Transformers.
That's what it sounds like to me. So.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd say it's worth checking out if you've got like the afternoon. I think it's like 2 hours long, if I remember. So, you know, knock it out in an afternoon. Take a quick nap. Take a quick Nini if you wanted to. So.
Yeah, take a nap in the middle of watching this movie, Blade.
Yeah, which we'll get to. Next up on my list, I have Shin Godzilla.
Right, you said you were going to watch this.
Yeah, back from 2016. I didn't realize it was from 2016. I thought it just recently came out, like not too long ago. But no, the 4K came out for it. Or is a re-release or something like that. I don't know. But I bought it on 4K. I never watched it. It was still in the wrapper. Because I also had it as a slipcover as well. But like, no, I thought it was okay.
I'm going to be honest. When you were talking about Shin Godzilla, and I said that you got to watch it, I thought you were talking about Godzilla -1.
No.
I
definitely watch that.
I realize now that they're different movies.
They are.
Like
they're way different movies.
But I did see Godzilla -1 in the past year, I think.
Yeah.
It was pretty
it's
good.
still on Netflix. So, Shin Godzilla, you cannot stream it on anything. You literally have to buy it.
So that was a fucking lie.
So, or rent it on digital or something. So, but you cannot stream it on anything. It is not streaming on anything. You literally have to rent or buy it.
So that was a fucking lie.
I mean, yeah, it's a Japanese film, so.
Well, yeah, but typically you would still be able, like, Godzilla -1 is a Japanese film.
Yeah, but it was released globally, though.
Well, yeah, so is this. You could watch this in theaters.
Yeah, but this is also like a joint from like 2016, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because like even then, like
interest wanes, you know.
Yeah, I was like what, 20, I think at that point, maybe. Yeah, I think it was like around 20.
Do the math.
So, yeah, quick math in my head. Carry the one. I was 8. No, I was probably like 20 something. But yeah, so Shin Godzilla in this movie is fucking awesome. Okay. He's great. The rest of the movie was a slosh.
Well, I mean,
because
that's most Godzilla movies.
It is, but at least in Godzilla -1, they made it more interesting. So, but
yeah, because
Shin
they
Godzilla,
purposely did that.
Well, yeah, but in Shin Godzilla, it's just them trying to figure out what it is, what it's doing there, why it's there, and like all that stuff. And it's all like, it's kind of like the old Godzilla movies, right?
Yeah.
Where they're just like, oh man, like we have to figure out a way to stop it. Like, why is it here and blah blah. So, but in this Godzilla joint, he is evolving throughout the course of the movie, because like when he first pops up, he's just like swimming through the bay, and they don't know what it is or anything like that because you don't see him yet. And then he sprouts legs, and then he walks up on the land, but he doesn't have arms, and he's not really walking upright. He's just like basically kind of, it just makes it seem like he's swimming through the city, but he's walking through it. So like his head is just down and everything. He looks real derpy in the beginning part of the movie. And then he gets his small little T-Rex arms, and then that's his next evolution. And then he basically leaves after that. And then sometime later he comes back, and now he's like, I'd probably say like double the size, and now he looks even more intense.
Yeah.
And he's just a monster in this movie. Because you know, like how, like, you know, oh yeah, he just runs around and he just like breaks stuff and then like whatever. No, he's straight up monstrous. Like, he releases this smog out of his mouth, and then he lights it on fire. And now the whole city is just on fire. And on top of that, it switches from fire to just a straight up, really concentrated laser blast.
Yeah.
And then the U.S. also gets involved with trying to help out Japan. So they start dropping down bombs on top of him. And that, you know, that damages him a little bit. And so he evolves again by having his spikes on his back shoot off lasers. And so now he's taking out these drones and stuff. And like, it's crazy. And then eventually later on, he ends up firing this beam out of his tail. So he's just a monster in this movie. 95% of it, I was actually trying so hard not to fall asleep during. So it's also dead tired that day that I watched it too. So
yeah, I was surprised that your attention was able to be kept, considering how much you said that you don't like watching things in the sub.
Well, I mean, like, I'm trying. So like, one of my, you know, New Year's resolutions for movies is trying to watch more foreign films.
Yeah.
Like I want to watch House, like the old Japanese film that was inspired by Jaws. So I still want to watch that, and like they have it on Criterion, and like I almost bought it when I was at Barnes and Noble. I almost bought it, but then I ended up buying Time Cop instead on 4K. So the JCVD joint, which we are going to talk about that eventually. So, but yeah, so like the thing that sent me off to actually watch this was that I was scrolling through TikTok, and I found this video that somebody was basically not talking about it, but had it in the description of the video, of saying that like he would have been unstoppable if he would have gotten to his fifth form, because they froze him before his fifth form was ever fully fledged out. Because throughout the last tail end of the movie, they're figuring out a way to freeze Godzilla, and they figure that out, and then they froze him, and then they're like, okay, well now he's just frozen, so now what are we going to do? And then that's just basically where it ends. It's just Godzilla is frozen. But he was getting ready to have these humanoid creatures that were going to run around and just kill everybody on the planet. And then like especially going to bunkers and other places that he himself couldn't get into. And then he himself, his last evolution was going to be him being a giant Godzilla human. So, and like he was going to be all powerful and just take over the world. And like that, like they had designs set up for it too, if they were going to go that route. So it's crazy. So it's just like, all right, well now I should actually watch Shin Godzilla, because obviously I knew that wasn't going to be the case. But like I watched it anyway, and I thought it was all right. Like the only thing that was cool about the movie was just Godzilla himself, because like even in Godzilla -1, I really liked that movie. Not even just because of Godzilla, just because of the characters and stuff like that, and them trying to figure out ways on how to stop it and stuff. So, but they're also coming out with another Godzilla minus movie. It's going to be Godzilla -0. So, so yeah.
So just Godzilla then.
No, I feel like that's going to be more intense.
No, but like Godzilla -0 is still just Godzilla.
Well, yeah.
Talking about the equation.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's talking about the effects that, like, you know, World War II happened, and then the bomb on Hiroshima, and then Godzilla comes, and then fucks up Japan again. So, because they were already at 0, and then -1, Godzilla -1. So.
Right.
They were starting to rebuild. Godzilla comes, wrecks up everything, and then now they're at, like, they were starting out at 0, and now they went back a step. Hence Godzilla -1. So.
Right.
But even at the end of that movie, like, Godzilla's still there. Godzilla's still alive. Because, like, yeah, they quote-unquote killed him. But then at the end, you hear his roar, and it's just like, oh, shit, Godzilla's still alive. Like, he's going to come back. So, it's going to be awesome. But last up on my list, I have Blade 2. So, I just decided to do a double Blade joint. Just, you know, going from the first one into the second one. So, you know, like, which we'll get to later, but like, you know, like when Wesker dies in the first one?
Whistler, you mean?
Yeah, Whistler. Sorry, Wesker. Whistler, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, like how he basically, like,
yeah,
has Blade walk away and then he basically shoots himself. Yeah, they basically retconned it in the second one.
Oh.
Because, like, then he starts running around trying to find Whistler, and he finds him, and he just goes like, yeah, like, you were, like, a vampire, and so now we have to try to cure you. And then so he gets cured, and then, like, they still don't trust him, because they're like, well, you were gone for, like, years in the vampire world, and we just don't know what happened to you. So I don't completely 100% trust you still. So, but, yeah. I was just like, really? That emotional moment of Whistler being gone, like, what is it, like halfway through the movie or something like that?
There's like 45 minutes left in the movie, basically.
Yeah, so almost half of the movie. It's just like, where did that emotion go to? Like, really? Like, we had this emotional moment with Whistler and how he was making a sacrifice because he didn't want to turn into a vampire, and then he is still alive in the second one. It's just like, really? But yeah, that was it. But yeah, in Blade 2, like, there's a new form of vampires that are there that are also killing humans and vampires, and it's actually a virus that has them turn into what they are. So, and Blade and a bunch of pure blood vampires try to go and try to murk them and stuff. So, but yeah, that's about it on my list.
All right.
So,
let's get into Blade.
Let's get into Blade. There's ever only going to be one Blade.
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
So yeah, I just had a few things that I that I enjoyed about the movie specifically. Was like throughout the course of the movie, like Blade's smile and everything. He's kind of like a shithead with that.
Yeah.
Like there's certain scenes to when he just like looks and then he just smiles. And like especially later on in the movie, I think it's like halfway through it or something like that, when they go to the archive and they go down the elevator, like he's in the elevator and he just smiles, and then when they get down and the elevator doors open again, he's just like deadpan. So I also really like his car.
Yeah.
So
cool
I
car.
Googled it. I didn't remember what it was, but it was a 1968 Dodge Charger RT.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, dude, like it's awesome. I think it went on auction like a few years ago, like from the movie specifically. I was like, damn, that would have been cool. But yeah, every time that I watch this movie, the beginning scene of Blade like coming into the world of being birthed, I always think of him as being a crispy baby because he just looks like he's all crispy.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's so weird, isn't it?
Why is he so big too?
Yeah, he just looks like he's a crispy baby.
He looks like
and he's got hair already. So
yeah, like I didn't get a chance to like pause it like at the moment. Like who was that like Whistler taking him away?
No. It was like a doctor.
Oh,
because Whistler said that in the movie, because what's her face? I don't remember her name. But basically the black chick, she goes Karen, yeah, that's it. So Karen goes like, "Oh, like how did you meet Blade?" And he says like, "I met him when he was 13 and he was
that's right, yeah,
homeless."
I remember.
So yeah, I took him in and I honed his skills and all this bunch of stuff and whatever. So the rest is history, and that's why he's Blade. So, but yep, I love the opening scene to this. It's so great, like him being in the club.
Yeah.
Which I recognize the guy that the vampire chick is taking to the club, because I watched The Shield, and so that he was in that.
Oh,
so really? He was one of the guys in The Shield.
Well,
show.
What's his name? Kane is the guy. No, the like Frost's right hand man.
You know what? You know what we completely forgot to do? We forgot to actually talk about more in depth, specifically stuff about the movie.
Yeah.
So let's do that real quick.
Yeah, let's run through that.
Yeah. So what we'll do is that we'll go into IMDb, talk about what specifically the movie is about, writer, director, stars, all that boring stuff. Sorry, we're a little tired today. We're not with it. So
I'm definitely not.
Yeah, I could tell that you're definitely not, because you just said that you haven't gotten a lot of sleep for the past couple of days. So we'll do that real quick. We'll run through this, and then we'll talk more in depth about the movie here real quick. So movie is specifically about a half vampire, half mortal man becomes a protector of the mortal race while slaying evil vampires. Agree, disagree?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got director Stephen Norrington and writer David S. Goyer. The name should sound familiar because he's written a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to go through the list of stuff, but he's in a bunch of stuff. Go through key people that are in this movie. So of course we got Wesley Snipes as Blade. So because there's ever only going to be one Blade, and
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
cue Deadpool looking at the camera. So because I was in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, I remember that.
So which is why I'm wearing my Deadpool and Wolverine shirt. So because he's in that.
Quick side question: did this movie ever say in association with Marvel?
I don't think so.
But it's a Marvel. But Blade's a Marvel character, but they never.
Yes.
Did they do it in Blade 2?
No. It's just a New Line Cinema film. So I don't think it was like associated with Marvel at the time, because I don't think Marvel owned Blade specifically.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. So let me see. I don't really know for sure. Let me just double check. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, doesn't really matter ultimately at the end of it. I just thought it was interesting that this is back at a time where Marvel didn't didn't have the ability to slap its name on everything.
Yeah, because even in X-Men, they just had Marvel in there.
Yeah.
And then same thing for Spider-Man. But for that, I think that this is the first Marvel specific movie that was released.
Or it's a movie starring a character created by Marvel.
Yeah. Because this isn't, I don't think this is based on any of the comics or anything like that, because just doing the little bit of research that I just looked up before the break, they were on financial decline. So they were going through bankruptcy, and then they came out with Blade, and then they said they redesigned the character to match Wesley Snipes' character, his aesthetic, and as well as like his powers.
Yeah.
So they redesigned the character as a whole, and then that is what probably brought them back up. And then they said like, oh, well, now that Blade is actually kind of a financial success, like we can actually start making Marvel characters into live action movies.
And then they made the X-Men series.
Yeah, because X-Men came out in 2000, which was 2 years after.
And then they made Spider-Man with Sam Raimi.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they came out with Blade 2, because that one came out in 2002.
Oh.
So 4 years after the first one.
But I'm talking about like specific franchises are being released in order.
Yeah.
And then obviously stuff like Daredevil and like Elektra and like the Gambit movie that was never released.
Right. Which apparently they're probably doing, or they're making his show on Disney Plus, like fucking 5 years later or whatever the fuck bullshit.
I guess.
And then they're eyeing Timothy Chalamet to be Gambit.
I could see him doing that.
Yeah, because they, I don't know if this is true or not, or if it's a rumor, but like I saw that they're eyeing Timothy Chalamet, and it's the fact that they want somebody to be young in the role, so that way they can just like keep going on with the character, which you know they kind of need to do that.
He's already been in so much stuff now.
Yeah,
He's Willy Wonka. He's
what was the movie that he was just in? Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme. But he was also in.
He's in Dune. Dune.
Not Dune. The other one. It's about is a biopic. Not about.
Bruce Springsteen.
No.
No, you sure about that?
I don't think so. No.
Are you sure about that?
No. Bruce Springsteen was the guy who's from
The Bear. Yeah, I know
That's
that.
different.
I'm pretty sure that he also did Bruce Springsteen's short.
No.
I'm pretty sure. A Complete Unknown.
Yes, Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
that's
he's
what it was.
the Bob Dylan
Yeah.
biopic.
Yeah.
Which I thought was okay. I'm not a huge Bob Dylan fan, honestly. So,
Yeah.
but he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, apparently he's going to be in Edgar Scissorhands. I'm pretty sure that's fake, but
Another quick side tangent. Did you know that John Mulaney was almost going to be in The Bride?
no.
Yeah, no, he was at an award ceremony or something, and he was giving a
Speech.
a speech about how there was a Maggie Gyllenhaal movie coming out, and it was going to star Christian Bale in it, and the person who ended up playing the bride, I don't remember her name was. I haven't seen it. Might see it, but he was saying like, they were asking me to be the role of young cop, and he's like in his 40s,
Yeah.
something like that. And he sent in a tape to them, and he didn't get the part. Mm-hmm. So he's like, even though I'm a comedian, I know what it's like to be rejected.
Yeah.
Or something like that. He's just making a big joke. But I thought that was really interesting that he was almost about to be in The Bride. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
As a young cop.
Yeah. Which, going back onto this movie here, they had their eye on Wesley Snipes, but they also considered a couple of other actors, like Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
And someone else, I don't remember who it was.
Dude, it was so hilarious because, like, as soon as because I gave a little bit of backstory about who Wesley Snipes was to Annie. We were watching together.
Yeah.
As soon as he came on screen, I was like, oh my God, look, it's Captain Tax Evasion. His superpower is being able to
Avoid the IRS.
But not for long.
No, because he went to jail for it.
Yes,
So,
he did go to jail for it.
the other person was Lawrence Fishburne. That was going to be the other actor that was going to do it.
I could see that maybe, but like, I feel like it'd be too similar to The Matrix. This movie has a lot of Matrix isms
Yeah.
in it.
Because The Matrix came out in 1999, so it would have been 1 year after this.
Oh, then I guess I'm.
So,
Well, maybe it's not a Matrix. Maybe it's like just the aesthetic of that period of like
Movie.
1995 to like 2005,
Yeah.
where action movies with people with superpowers kind of had to be all clad in black. You know, black was really cool.
Oh yeah, it's like black leather, like trench coat,
like even like
cyberpunk-esque.
Like Wolverine's out like costume was all in black, like that.
Well, I mean, even for that, like they just didn't really see them wearing their costumes from the comics for that movie. So
like these sleek black action heroes.
Yeah.
In Wesley Snipes' case, he is actually, black.
Yeah.
But
so is Blade. Blade's also black, so it kind of has to make sense.
Yeah.
But no, like the thing is that like David S. Goyer, he specifically sought out Wesley Snipes because he goes like, no, he is Blade. Like they like.
I mean, it's kind of I can't imagine anybody else playing the character.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like with Nick Fury because David Hasselhoff, back when Nick Fury was white in the comics, like they picked out David Hasselhoff because he looked similar to Nick Fury in the comics.
And then did Nick Fury just become like in comics made after like Avengers? Just like is he just now black?
Well, like they did that before the Avengers movie came out. Like they did the aesthetic off of Samuel L. Jackson, and same thing for like Deadpool. Like Deadpool in the comics, they redid his not his identity to being Ryan Reynolds, but they basically did this line in a comic strip where he goes like, "Oh yeah, if I wasn't so butt ugly under this mask, I feel like that I would look like Ryan Reynolds." So basically, they're saying that like, "Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool."
Reference, yeah.
So and there's like all of these different actors that are these specific characters, like Wesley Snipes as Blade, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and like that's what's funny, especially Deadpool and Wolverine, because like he made that quip of going like, "There's ever only going to be one Blade."
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
And then Deadpool looks deadpan at the camera for two reasons. One, there's only ever been one Blade. Two, because Marvel has been trying to get this new reboot of Blade with Mahershala Ali, but they keep scrapping it because they keep doing fucking rewrites for this goddamn movie.
Yeah, then they just scrap it again this year.
Yes. Now it's on its fourth or fifth rewrite and shit. And it's all like, God damn, like get it fucking together, dude. And like they still want Mahershala Ali to be Blade, which he's still able to do it. Like he said, he's not going to not do it. So he still wants to do it. But it's the fact that like, and it's that specifically of going like, there's ever only going to be one Blade, is the fact that they've been trying to reboot this movie and they can't. So,
okay.
So yeah, like there's that too nuanced joke in there. So there's the double-sided joke. But let's continue on with actors.
Yeah, let's get on with this movie.
Yeah,
because we're gonna dive into like more
stuff into it.
Yeah.
So we got Stephen Dorff, who plays as Deacon Frost. I love Stephen Dorff in this movie. I watched him in Space Truckers, and this is his magnum opus of a movie. Like, he's so good in this movie.
I thought he was okay.
Yeah. Well, you've never seen him in anything else, though.
White boy.
Yeah. So
just a white boy.
just a white boy. Yeah. I mean, I loved his look in this movie, just being the vampire. Like, it's so cool. And then we got Chris Christopherson, who plays as Whistler, Enbush Wright, who plays as Karen, and Donna Logue is Quinn. If you remember him, he's in Gotham.
Yes, that's what I remember him from the few.
Harvey. No, he plays as Harvey, just not Harvey Dent. He plays as Detective Harvey.
Yes. The corrupt cop.
Yeah. And then we'll kick it off with Udo, or I guess we'll end it with Udo Kier as Dragonite. So
the head of the vampire,
the mafia vampires, if you will.
It's just like a vampires rule the world. Oh my god! And it's like,
and they're all purebloods, and that's the only reason why. Deacon Frost is a half vampire because he was bitten.
Yes.
So
he feels very inferior about that.
Yeah. So I got a few taglines here for you, Jack. So buckle up. The power of an immortal, the soul of a human, the heart of a hero. which he's not really a hero. He's like an anti-hero.
He's kind of. I mean, if he saves like one woman, kidnaps her basically,
saves her, arguably.
Saves her, but sure.
Yeah. Against an army of immortals, one warrior must draw first blood.
Sure.
Played on the theme of,
Yes.
Oh, vampire.
First blood, yeah.
Vampire hunter.
Blade vampire hunter, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes one to kill one. So basically, it takes a vampire to kill a vampire. Have you given blood lately?
That's a good tagline. I like that.
I think it's probably like the blood bank. Like, have you given blood lately? Like, part man, part vampire, all hero. So I guess.
Sure.
It's like kind of like the same thing for the first one, just like dumbed down.
I guess.
So, but yeah, that's it for taglines. That's it for all that bunch of bullshit. So I did want to talk about the club scene.
Yeah.
So it is so iconic. Anybody that ever uses that song immediately thinks of Blade. Immediately, if you've seen the movie.
I've seen that I've heard that song so many different times as like a random like
thing on TikTok,
like audio stem. That's in like a meme or something like that. I never knew it was from Blade.
Yeah.
So,
but
that's funny.
Like I said, anybody that has ever seen Blade associates that song with Blade. It's so iconic. To the point where I actually Googled it, and I'm like, oh, what's the club song from Blade? And it's called Confusion, Pump Panel Reconstruction Mix by New Order. So anybody that listens to like techno or like that type of vibe I feel like always listens to this song specifically.
Yeah.
So it's a great song. I love the song. And like I said, I always associate this song with Blade. So it's great. I love it. But yeah, just this opening scene is just great in general because like it shows just how he basically takes out vampires.
Yeah, he has a lot of shit in this movie.
Yeah, because like it starts off with this girl takes this guy to the club at like a Russian club or something like that, and it's like but like in a meat packing plant or something like that, and like he just keeps running around. Or not, he just keeps running around, but like he's trying to like dance with the girl, and then like one of the other girls like pushes him, and he goes like, "What the fuck, dude?" And then Deacon Frost is also there, and so like
I didn't even notice.
Yeah. So he's the guy that just walks right past him and looks at him, and then that's when he just goes like, "What the fuck, man? Like, what the hell's going on?" And then he starts noticing blood drips on his hand, and then all of a sudden the sprinklers go off, and now there's just blood. Now they're all covered in blood.
What's wrong, baby?
Oh, it's so iconic.
Yeah.
And then like it stops, and then there's Blade. You see Blade.
Yeah, he crawls out of the
panel up towards him, and then it's just like, oh man, it's great. And then he just goes to work. He kills all the vampires and stuff. So, but yeah, like it's so cool. Just the way that he just takes them all out. Like one of the most iconic things that I always remember is him being in that little like, I don't know, like the circle thing.
room, yeah.
And like he just has his double-bladed boomerang, and like he throws it, and then like he catches it again. And just him smiling, just like, look what I got. And it's like he throws it and then kills 3 vampires with it, and then he catches it again. It's just like, oh, it's so cool. And of course him taking out what's his face, I'm trying to remember his name, Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn.
Where he staples Quinn to the wall
and sets him on fire.
Yeah, well, not even just that, like him doing the fist pump, go like, yeah. Like that. It's great.
And then he's like, I'm tired of killing you like this. I'm just gonna set you on fire this time.
Yeah. He goes like, I'm tired of doing this shit. I'm just gonna set you on fire.
Yeah, it's like the like when he's crawling through the guy at the beginning, he's crawling through the crowd, and you see like Blade, and he's totally clean. I was like, again, it's Mr. Tax Evasion. It's Captain Tax Evasion.
Yeah. So
that's always who Wesley Snipes is gonna be for me.
Yeah,
like,
because you asked me, you go like, didn't he get arrested for something? I said, yeah, tax evasion.
and like completely stunted his like career growth as an actor.
Yeah,
because he went to jail.
right.
And now like that's all people like really, aside from Blade, that's all people really know about him is that he was in 2 movies as Blade, and
He's in 3 movies as Blade.
He's in 3 movies as Blade, and well, are you counting Deadpool and Wolverine? Or are you talking about
No, Blade Trinity.
Oh, well, okay. He is in 4.5 movies.
Yeah,
3.5 movies. 3.5 movies
for Blade.
He plays Blade, and he went to jail for tax evasion.
Yeah. Well, he was also in like White Man Can't Jump.
I guess, but
I love that movie. You should watch it. It's great. It's got him and like Woody Harrelson in it. Plays like hustlers for basketball. So it's great because they're really fucking good on the court, and then they pretty much just go like, "Well, I have a quick." Like Woody Harrelson is a hustler, so he just goes like, I have a surefire way of us fucking making a shit ton of money for basketball. So, and then they end up partnering together to fucking hustle a bunch of people and stuff. And then they end up going to a competition together. So they also remade it with fucking what's his face? I don't remember. He's a rap artist. I guess if you want to consider him a rap artist. So yeah, and it was dog shit. It was not good at all. So. Don't recommend it. But yeah, and then like cut to Quinn being in the hospital because he's Mr. Crispy.
Oh yeah, so. It wasn't even in the hospital. They were like, I think it was in the morgue.
Yeah, he was in the morgue. Well, they were at a hospital though.
Oh,
the morgue is in the hospital. So, but yeah, they start ripping him open, and then he wakes up and he bites the guy on the neck.
Carter, I think his name is.
Yeah, Carter.
Yeah,
because like Carter starts asking Karen about
this
like
is so cringe. By the way,
it is. Go like, have you ever thought about us? And he goes. So she goes like, yeah. And then I thought about how much of an asshole you were.
So cringe.
And then immediately gets bitten, and he like just this look and design is great because he's all crispy.
Yeah.
And then like his eyes are all just like whited out, so like you still see his pupils and stuff, but they're all white. And then Blade shows up again. So
Blade shows up again.
Yeah, and then just to save her.
How did he know where? I guess
because he followed him.
I guess
like he followed the ambulance. So, and because like when she runs out, they're in the middle of the hallway, and then he like Quinn bites her on the neck, and that's how she got the bite in the first place.
Yeah.
And
then we find out that
then Blade comes out.
Blade has mommy issues.
Yeah. Well, Blade walks up to him. And then just immediately just like cocks his hand back and just freaking punches him right in the nose. And he goes like, yeah, I came here to finish you off. So that's why. So he could have just finished him off right then and there. Not at the hospital, but like at the club. But, you know, the cops showed up and then he had to run. So, because he was just going to torture Quinn. That's all that he was going to do. He's going to torture him to get to Frost.
Yeah.
That's it. So.
And then more cops show up. Right.
Yeah, more cops show up. They shoot at Blade, and like because he's got this armor on. And I love this fucking line. He goes like, "Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?"
Freeze! Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
And then they run off, and then he fucking looks over. How serious he is in this movie versus like how much of a shit-eating grin he gets. Like it's so fucking iconic. Like. It's so great. Like him going like high pitched, like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like that is so great. Like again, another iconic thing that I love about this movie. It
kind of feels out of place sometimes.
It does.
For sure.
Because like Blade is a serious
character.
Yeah, he's a serious character. But because that Wesley Snipes plays it up from time to time of him having a shit-eating grin, like when he throws Karen across the street to another roof. And then he looks at the cops and he looks back and he has that shitting grin on his face and he just goes like, watch this shit, fellas. Jumps, not even a running start, just jumps and just pole vaults over towards the other rooftop. And then he lands perfectly. He doesn't roll, he just lands on his feet. And it's so great. But the other thing that I thought was fucking was awesome was that later on, when Whistler is filling up the gas tank for the Charger.
Yeah.
Like, he just has gas going everywhere all over the car, puts it in there. Yeah, and then he lights a fucking cigarette. I'm like, what are we doing, dude?
Also, what? You have a working gas pump in the middle of this, like, what?
Like, rundown factory.
Like, yeah.
Like, it's great. But yeah, I'm just like, every time that I see that, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you're gonna fucking catch on fire. Everything's gonna explode. Like,
again,
God,
totally
you're
went
gonna
over
kill
my
everybody.
head.
Oh, and then like them having their dialogue. I wrote down a bunch of dialogue for this movie. So, like, she asks like, how am I supposed to, like, Karen is asking like, how am I supposed to believe that there's vampires and stuff. She goes like, how am I supposed to believe this? And then Blade just goes like, well, you've met Mr. Crispy already, so there's that.
Mr. Crispy.
So, and that's the reason why that I called him Mr. Crispy, because he was crispy. So again, like, just fully all black, just super crispy character. And then like he's going to go find out information from like vampires and stuff and drop off Karen somewhere, and like love this line of dialogue that I forgot all about, but like Whistler goes to like hand him the UV light, and he goes like, it's gotten heavy, and he goes like, but you're so big.
Still heavy. But you're so big.
It's so funny, dude. Like, it's so great the way that they have that dynamic. And then we'll talk about the familiar cop, because after that, like, he drops off Karen, and then
This guy gets fucked up.
yeah, like, just in her apartment alone. But like, he's just like Karen's packing up her bag, and then all of a sudden he's just there.
Yeah.
Like, she locked the, like, I don't think that she locked the door, but she shut the door.
Yeah.
And then I always forget that, like, he's not a vampire, he's a familiar.
Yeah.
So he's basically somebody's vampire bitch.
It gets harder to tell later on in the movie who's a vampire and who's a familiar.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm guessing that the assumption is anybody who has a gun is not a vampire. Like, like the guys in full body armor are just familiars.
Yeah, like the guys that are all dressed in all black, have the snow cap on, the glasses, like, those are all just familiars. They're all humans. And that's the reason why that they don't turn into ash or bone when Blade shoots them, is because that, like, all of his bullets are silver, nitrate. So, with, like, essence of garlic and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, shooting a vampire, they're just going to turn into ash and a skeleton. But versus a human, it's just going to kill them.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
and that's the reason why that their bodies are just laid out. But yeah, I think that all of those guys specifically are familiars.
Yeah.
So they're just humans working under the vampires.
They're just killing people at this point.
Right.
They're not
He's
even
a murderer.
They're not even trying to justify it. It's like,
Well,
oh,
like,
I only kill vampires. Like, no, he just kills everybody.
Right. I mean, like, that's the reason why that in the third one they play on that of Blade is what is it? He's enemy number one, because like he tries not to kill humans, but he ends up killing one that was pretending to be a vampire, and then now he's marked as a murderer.
So
pretty
you
much.
mean he's most wanted? Like,
yeah, he's like,
he's on the most wanted list.
Yeah, he's like the number one most wanted on like FBI and stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Because again, all he ever kills is like vampires, but for the humans that are in this movie, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Even in the second one, like, he's also kind of killing humans in that one a little bit. So,
you know?
But yeah, and like, you know, like in the third one, again, like, that's how he gets marked for being like the cop's number one hit list, is that like he kills a human that was pretending to be a vampire, and it was a setup from the jump, and he goes like, how we set you up, fuckface, like now you're gonna fucking be in trouble with the law. And it's all like, what?
Do you think he cares?
Right.
Like,
but then he ends up going into hiding and shit and whatever. So I don't know, it's been years since I've seen the third one. I might watch it after this, actually.
He's a vampire himself, and he's got like why would he be scared of the police?
Right. He's super fast, he's super strong, and he can walk in the daylight.
And he's not a hero.
He's a daywalker.
He doesn't care about, like, clearly doesn't care about killing people.
No, he got shot by the cops, and like his bulletproof
maybe a
vest,
superhero that kills a vampire pretending to be a human would have that be more of a dilemma.
Well, he's an anti-hero for that fact.
Right, so why would he care about whether or not he's being framed for a crime he didn't commit?
Right. Well, I mean, like, even in this movie specifically, like, in this scene, he beats the shit out of a cop that is a familiar, but then he, like, she even said, like, Karen even said specifically, like, oh, so you used me as bait. He goes, like, yeah, that is what it is. Like, you know, I did use you as bait to get to this guy so that way we could get to Frost.
Also,
is the
like
thing.
he's pulling out his gun in the middle of the street, and like
right,
he's
just trying to kill a cop.
and he's like, there's a clearly like an armed police, like a uniformed police officer being held, like being like detained.
Well, not even just that. Like they go downstairs in the middle of the street, and so they open up his trunk, and like he's got a blood pack in there.
But like people can clearly see that this guy in full
and
body
he's-
armor is
and he's
like
all beat up already. He's bleeding
has
from the
a
face.
police officer held prisoner, basically.
Yeah, and it's like he slaps his head on the fucking
Yes.
trunk of the car, and then Karen's all like, "Dude, fucking, what are you doing? Like, what the hell?" And then like even when he runs off, he's trying to shoot.
He pulls
him,
his gun out, and, it's
and
like,
then like he had to put it away because he missed a shot.
and nobody.
But
then he just carries on his business as usual. So
yeah, right. And then like I love this line of dialogue of him talking to Karen. Like he takes off his sunglasses to do this too, and so that way you know that he's serious if he takes off his sunglasses. And he goes like, "You better wake up. The world you live in is just a sugarcoating." Hold on. Let me start from the top. Okay, I'm in this movie. Okay, I got to start from the top.
I'm in this movie.
I am Blade. You better wake up. The world you live in is just a sugar-coated topping. There's, okay. Hold on, I just have it all spaced out.
On top of the real world.
Yeah, there's another world beneath it, the real world. And if you want to survive it, you better learn to pull the trigger. And I'm like, line goes so hard.
So edgy.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh yeah, like you better wake up. Like you're in the real world now, sugar tits. Like type shit. So, but also I love that in this movie they have like the fast motion of them driving, because like the familiar cop goes to his car and then he's on the radio and he goes like, "Hey, like I need to see Frost, blah blah blah, whatever, because like I just had to run in with Blade." And as they're driving, like it's just fast motion.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stock sound effects.
Yeah, there is.
Like some of the sound design is good. Like when I like the sound design of when he's like hitting guys near the end of the film, like in the final scene.
Yeah.
But some of the other sound effects in here are just kind of.
Well, also like some of the CGI scenes too are also like kind of.
I don't mind the CGI so much because I know it's the '90s film.
Right. Especially at the end when he fights Frost.
But this, I mean, you can tell that like the movie was kind of they didn't go all out in certain aspects.
Yeah. Like I don't know if they did the fast motion just to emphasize that, like, not that they're driving fast, but the fact that like that's how Blade moves. But that's not how his car would move, though.
I think it's just they're just trying to speed it up. Like they're just gonna
so.
artificially speed up the chase sequence so it doesn't drag on.
Yeah, but yeah. So then they follow him to the Asian club.
Yeah,
the Japanese club, and then like he starts gearing up and stuff, and he just goes, and so giving her a gun, going like, "Do you know how to use this thing?" She goes like, "No, but I'm a fast learner."
they go into this club. It's just like filled with like.
Well, like before that, there's the line of dialogue that I love because it's all like, "There's worse things out than vampires." She goes like what? And he goes like me, and then puts his sword in his back, and I'm like, "Yes, let's go, dude." But yeah, you were saying about like the
like everybody, like the doorman is vampires, the even like the hooker on the side of the street is a vampire.
Oh yeah.
People outside the club, and then go in the club. It's just a bunch of Japanese businessmen, and they're listening. They're looking at like two like.
I think it's like a few like girls in like schoolgirl outfits, like singing Japanese songs,
basically.
It's
the one white guy.
Yeah. And then like I guess this is also a part of it too, because like I don't have my whole notes together here, but like so he continues to go on like from this line of dialogue of saying like, "Crosses and running water don't do dick. Forget what you've seen in the movies. Use a stake, silver, or sunlight." So, and I'm like, cool. Well, now that you know that's some backstory behind like these vampires, because like I think before this, because like this is an edgy vampire movie, right?
It's so edgy, dude.
Yeah. So like in normal vampire lore, it's like, oh, you use a cross, use a crucifix, use silver, or use
like
a stake.
Castlevania.
Stuff. Yeah. So like all that stuff is to kill them, but like holy water, but like not in this case. So
I think
Not in this movie.
I mean,
this isn't your average dad's movie of vampires.
I think it would just sort of be like a logistical issue to be able to get that stuff too.
Yeah,
it wouldn't make much sense.
Well, even in the comics, like I don't think he ever used that stuff, so that's the only reason why that they didn't use it in this
decided
movie.
not to use it anyway.
So,
also, this isn't like the Middle Ages. Like that stuff like that works in like Castlevania.
yeah.
Like Castlevania, the Netflix series does a great job of of portraying a vampire hunter.
Yes.
I feel like this one is just sort of like just all the edge and none of the nuance.
Yeah.
Of being a vampire hunter.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll get to that more like as we keep talking about this one.
Yeah. And then like, but yeah, like continuing on with the club scene here.
Like he finds the police officer again. It's like
he starts beating the shit out of him some more by throwing him around in the kitchen.
And it's like,
and he goes,
"Where's
like,
the entrance?"
Yeah, where's the entrance? He goes,
it's
like, it's in the freezer. And he just looks at him. And he just goes like, "Motherfucker, do you think I'm dumb?" And then he fucking starts throwing him around again. And he goes like,
"No, seriously,
where's
it's in
the
the
entrance?" He goes like, "No, dude, I'm telling you, it's in the fridge." And then he opens it up, and then he goes like,
"It's actually in the fridge."
Oh shit! I guess he wasn't lying.
Where's the entrance?
Okay, look. It's in the freezer.
Did we skip over this? I guess it doesn't really matter, but like he goes in and then like
it's just basically this is where Frost was. He's starting to uncode the basically vampire Bible, if you will.
It's called
like
RBS.
trying to decode the symbols that they used way back in like the olden times and whatever to find out that there is a blood god that he's going to resurrect, and he needs like what was it, like 12 to 15 what is it?
Purebloods?
Yeah, purebloods. Sorry, I don't know why I forgot that. But yeah, purebloods, and then he himself is going to be at the center point of it, and they need the like he's supposed to be the prophecy. Blade is supposed to be the prophecy.
Yeah,
is what it is.
He's
supposed to be the chosen one.
He's the chosen one because he's the Daywalker, and they like Frost even says like, oh, he has all the strength of the vampire and none of the weaknesses.
Yeah,
I hate that. By the way,
that line of dialogue.
No, I hate the concept of having a character with no weaknesses. Really.
Well, I mean, like he gets shot and killed. Like
the one weakness that he has, like, but does he really? He's wearing a bulletproof vest for a reason.
Well, yeah.
Like I never like.
But they also halfway through the movie they want him alive because Frost ends up deciphering this, and then he goes like, okay, well now we need Blade alive, and that's the reason why they had that line of dialogue between him and Deacon was that like. Frost tells Deacon, "Hey, I want Blade alive," and he goes like, "Dude, like you were telling me like months ago
Quinn?
that." Yeah, Quinn, not Deacon. Deacon Frost.
Yeah.
But yeah, Quinn. Quinn tells Frost that like, "Hey, you've been telling me for months that you want him dead, and now you want him alive. Like, what? Why?" And like, he doesn't tell him.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why is because that he's the prophet. He's supposed to make the sacrifice to, basically have this whole thing go off.
And Frost wants to do this like in the first place because he's tired of like
the purebloods being above him,
like, of the bureaucracy in the vampire house, basically
because they don't want to rock the boat, right? Because Frost is just like, oh yeah, these people
superior
are
beings, and they should be.
They are our cattle.
They're our food.
Yeah, they are our food. But here's the thing though, because apparently if you resurrect La Magra, he's able to control blood, right? So then he disperses out this blood mist, and when it touches a human, it just turns them into a vampire.
Right.
So if the whole world is vampires, then what the fuck happens to your food source?
They literally went through this dilemma in Castlevania.
Yeah.
That they had this idea, like, wait, well, Dracula, if you destroy the world, what's going to happen to our food source?
Yeah.
There's no nuance here. It's all edge. It's all like blood sacrifice,
edgelord,
like vampires are gonna rule the world, and it's like, have you?
But what are you gonna do with your food source though? Because like the perfect example is I think it's called Daybreaker or Daybreakers. It's got what's his name? Now I don't remember. But yeah, it's a vampire movie, and it's just like if vampires ruled the world. They have basically like humans that are now just like in vacuum sealed bags, and they're draining their blood and stuff. But their food source is going to run out because there's not enough humans on the planet anymore. So now their food source is scarce. And it's actually a really good movie. Like,
Yeah.
I really highly recommend.
I like going back to Blade a little bit, and like I hate that like Blade's one like true weakness is literally because he has mommy issues.
Yeah,
'Cause
100%.
He like the whole reason he's looking like he's trying to hunt down the person who quote unquote killed his mom, you know, and like he's been looking for that person ever since, and he's pretty sure that it's he doesn't know who it was, but he think that Frost might know something or something like that.
So real quick, Daybreaker has Ethan Hawke, Willem Dafoe, and Sam Neill in it.
Ooh,
They plays the three big leads. So Sam Neill and Ethan Hawke are vampires. Willem Dafoe is a human that is leading the resistance against the vampires.
Okay.
So it's so good. Like, and just looking at it right now, it's free on Tubi. So
Really?
you can check it out on Tubi if you want. And it also says Rotten Tomato score is 69%. Let's go.
Nice.
Like that's the sex number. Let's go. So, but yeah, like that movie is just so well done for the vampires and stuff. So, and like, you know, that is a perfect example of what happens to the food source for humans, for vampires, if they control the whole world. You know, what happens? Like, they basically go extinct. They die. So I don't.
But this movie doesn't really deal with long-term consequences. of
No,
things.
it's a generic comic book movie.
I
That's
know,
all that
so-
it is. But yeah, then we meet Pearl, the fat, overweight vampire.
Some of the special effects. I know what you're talking about now when you say the CGI is really really bad. I thought like mostly like the very ending scene with where the vampires are dying.
Yeah.
Right,
And
for
like
them being
the
sacrificed.
flying skeletons come out of their
That's
mouth.
cool.
That's cool. That's
Everything else,
that's wicked. That's
everything.
awesome.
Every other CGI in this film,
Yeah.
horrible.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like with Deacon. When he cuts off his hand and then he cuts him in half, and then like when his top half of his body is flying and then the blood starts coagulating towards each other and then his body comes back together.
It just looks silly.
Yeah, it looks a little silly, and then especially when he goes like, "You're too late, Blade," and then like has his hand come back up and like it's all just blood, and then it forms his hand again.
Yeah,
Like, still really fucking cool, but a little like
kind of silly. And then there's like Pearl, and then he kills two vampires later on that just makes them explode.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I know.
They look like giant tomatoes.
And he makes the Frost explode too.
Yeah. He makes Frost explode at the very end.
Gross.
So, but yeah, love this scene because like they start like walking through the archives and then they meet Pearl and then he's just like this fat, overweight Asian vampire, and I'm like, okay, one,
Why?
how is he overweight? Two, I would assume that he got turned not because he was overweight, but he is overweight, right? I don't know. My brain blanked out on that. But yeah, so like it's that sort of shit that happens. But he's supposed to be like the tech guy for the vampires, right? And so like they're asking him for information about like what is going on with the archives.
Yeah.
And he just goes like, oh, it's nothing, you know, it doesn't concern you. And then so she hits him with the UV light, and so he's just screaming like, oh, it's great. And I always associated the explosion when he blows open the door for the secret like room to find out what was in there. Always with him exploding.
What?
With Pearl exploding. Because she hits him with the UV light like a few times. But I know that's not what happens. I always associated that growing up with him exploding.
Oh.
But that's just how my brain like fit that. So, but yeah, seeing the gel also go around the door like is also like really cool looking to me.
My God, it's Batman.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's Batman. And like
stupid gel from the Batman Arkham games, man.
Just the back and forth nuance of Blade questioning him of going like, so like, you know, so what's this? And he goes like, oh, it's nothing, you know, like I just run a simulation, whatever, fucking blah blah blah. And then like she shoots him with the UV light, and him just going like, okay, well then if it's nothing, then like I'm just gonna take it. I was like, okay, yeah, go for it. And he goes like, what's behind this door? And he goes like, nothing. It's like storage, whatever. And he goes like, then you don't mind if I take a peek? And he's like doing the gel around the.
It's like,
no!
Yeah,
and he goes like, no! And so she just starts blasting him with the UV light.
Nothing. It's just a storeroom, but you're wasting your time. There's nothing of importance to anyone.
Then you won't mind if I take a peek.
He moved.
And then fucking, he comes back and he just looks at her and he just goes like, the fuck?
He moved.
Yeah, he moved. All right. And then like it explodes. And then that's when we find out, oh, that's the room that Frost was in.
And there's a big museum of like pages. Like, it's so weird. Like,
Yeah.
where, like, what is the space that we're in right now?
Right. Like how big is this club?
Yeah, how big is it? How big is the
Square footage?
The basement that's in the freezer of this club. It's like it's like, did you really need a secret entrance through the freezer if the door's already locked?
Right.
Like I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be like, oh, this is where we hold our most prized possession, which is the fucking vampire Bible.
The vampire Bible that's all like stripped into pieces and like in glass cases, like you're really at the
fucking whatever.
It's like at the history museum,
right?
Like
but then they end up breaking through the glass anyway by fucking fighting Blade in there. But then they get the upper hand. My favorite part in this scene specifically is that they have the upper hand. They have him like at a choke point, with a wire tied behind his neck.
Yeah,
and like. His name's Kreese, the vampire that has his sword.
Oh, yeah.
And he just goes like, check it out, I got his pick stick. And he fucking had the handle explodes open and then it like explodes his hand off. And I'm like, oh man, it's great.
Check it out. I've got his pig sticker.
And then even when Quinn, he goes like, oh, check it out, like I got his pig skin, like blah, blah, blah. And he fucking is on the ground. He's laughing. And I'm like, oh, man, he must be fucking coked out or something. Like, he seems like that he would be a tweaker for sure.
Yeah.
But after that, like, Frost kills, what's his name? Dragon Eat? I think that's his name.
The head of the head of the bureaucrat vampires. By like taking him out.
Because he pulls out his canines.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the place where the rest of the full bloods are.
He kills him by like exposing him to sunlight, basically.
Yeah. Which is also pretty cool.
He puts on like a biker helmet, and it's like, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works.
No.
Well, it's like,
I don't know.
I think it's not just vampires seeing sunlight. I think it's if vampires come in contact with your skin.
Yeah.
Like.
Like even in the second one, again, they retconned it in the second one because like Ron Perlman's in that one, in the second one, which is great, and Norman Reedus, and Donnie Yen.
Really?
Like, there's a bunch of good people in the second one.
That's crazy.
Which is not as good as this one because they retcon a lot of stuff.
It's like a young Norman Reedus.
Yeah, really young Norman Reedus. Really young Norman Reedus. Kind of not as young as he was in the Boondock Saints. But a young Norman Reedus, nevertheless. But anyhow, but yeah, so like in the second one, they're in the sewer system and it's daylight outside. Okay, so they're in the sewer system and they're they're pure blood vampires. Okay, and there's like, it's not a manhole, but there's like a sunlight like hole that's coming through the sewer, and Ron Perlman puts his hand out. He's in full tactical gear too, so he puts his hand out and his hand starts smoking.
Yeah.
That is how that should happen.
Yeah, so
again, they retconned it again from the first one because he's in a full biker outfit, right?
And
and he also wears sunblock.
I also don't understand what about like so Blade is the daywalker. He can walk around in sunlight.
Yeah.
So if you
all of their strengths, none of their weaknesses.
If you become how you become one is you have to be born from somebody who was bitten by a vampire, and then you become
vampire.
You become a vampire with no weaknesses, basically.
Right.
So
and like in the third one, they have Dracula in it, and he's able to actually walk around in the sunlight as well. because he was the first vampire.
Okay, but he's still a vampire.
Yeah. I don't know, Jack. Make it make sense.
I'm trying to make it make sense. I don't get the logic.
Just watch the second and third movie.
Okay.
The third movie, because he's
maybe
it's because of the fact that he's the first vampire, so he's the most powerful vampire. That's their nuance for it. Obviously, Dracula can't go into the sunlight because, even in Dracula Untold, right? He becomes Dracula. He becomes the first ever vampire afterwards because he gets bitten.
I like Dracula Untold.
I do too.
I think it's a good movie.
But here's the thing: he uses the bats to, because he's supposed to go to war.
Yeah.
And then, with the soldiers, and then he creates a swarm of bats to create a shadow over the sun, and then that's how he's able to go out.
Yeah. That's fair.
And fight, but even with that, it's that he's not in direct sunlight in that movie. So that means that he's not able to die from sunlight. In this movie, with Dracula, especially being in the third one, he's in full blood sunlight, just like the Daywalker is.
We're gonna just make up the rules, I think.
Comic books.
It's a comic books. I'm just gonna assume that Blade works on the same logic as Alucard does.
Pretty much.
From Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, where it's just if a vampire has a child with a human, then they're half vampire. Then that means they don't inherit a lot of the weaknesses of being a vampire.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'm
go off of that.
Yeah, go off of that.
It's the weirdest way they could have done that, where it's just oh, she's bitten, but she's pregnant.
Yeah.
At the same time, instead of just being
that really wouldn't have happened
Blade's
that way.
Dad is a vampire, or something like that.
Which it wouldn't have happened that way either, because you're already a baby, right?
Right.
Your cells are not forming together to make a human being.
She was literally going into labor when she got bit.
Right. So he wouldn't have been half vampire. So
unless that's how fast vampirism works and stuff like that.
Right.
Maybe this is how it was in the original comics.
I don't know.
That's
I never read
his
Blade.
origin story. So I don't know.
He was also a part of the Midnight Suns, which has Moon Knight in it. So
and Ghost Rider, right?
Yeah, Ghost Rider. So and Wolverine. That's the reason why they made the Midnight Suns game.
Yeah.
So I didn't play that, but
I think
it looks fucking cool, but I just can't get behind that type of game. Because, I think it's supposed to be, a turn-based RPG element. Because, you create your own character and stuff. So...
Man, Ghost Rider's so cool.
Hey, what if you have to pee while you're on fire?
Oh, it's awesome. It's like a flamethrower. It's like...
I really like that he's one of my favorite pre-MCU movies is Ghost Rider.
Yeah, there was another one too, was Ghost Rider.
So. I think I own Ghost Rider actually. I bought it on YouTube
nice.
When I wanted to watch it last time. Anyway, let's keep talking about this. So yeah, Blade gets captured.
No, he gets away because Whistler comes in and saves him.
Oh, that's right.
And then they get away, and then there's the subway scene right after.
Oh yeah, where he grinds Quinn's head against the
subway,
the
train, and he cuts off his other hand because that was the thing that he did at the beginning of the movie.
I got my hand back. Look how cool it is.
Right.
I wish he would have kept the hand.
Right.
It would have been
grotesque and shit.
I wish he would have become more of a grotesque like.
But yeah, even
creature.
Towards the end of the movie when they're at that fucking temple bullshit, he has both of his hands again and they're just normal. They're just normal hands. Because even Deacon Frost, he makes a quip at it, and he goes "Hey, this is a nice sword," blah blah whatever. And then he also clicks it because if you don't click the thing in the handle, then it's just going to break open again.
I was hoping that it had something to do with if a vampire picks it up, then it breaks like that.
Yeah. It's kind of like what we talked about Judge Dredd last week, where it's if you're not a judge, then you can't pick up the gun.
I wish it was like that.
Yeah.
But no, it's just that you just flip
It's just
a
mechanism that's in the hilt or in the handle.
It's kind of lame.
So, yeah. And then he even said oh, you seem surprised. I told you, I already know everything about you, blah blah blah. So, but yeah, so he goes all right, hold out your hands. And he goes okay. And then he goes to like go to cut it off, and he goes like, I'm just kidding. And then he goes like, oh man, fucking this guy's funny, isn't he? Like whatever, blah blah. So, but yeah, I just love his character. Also, did you know, little like, did you know type bullshit. He was only supposed to be in the movie for maybe a few minutes as like a regular vampire.
Who, Quinn?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then because that he like was so funny offset that they just like
they just kept giving him lines.
Also, the fact that Whistler wasn't even a character in the comics for Blade, but he made an appearance in the Spider-Man animated TV show.
Really?
And he was so beloved that he just became a full-fledged character from that point on. That's the reason why he's a more prominent role in this.
Like the original Spider-Man?
Yeah. Like the old, like, what is it, 94, 96 show?
Was Blade in there?
No.
Just Whistler?
Yeah, Whistler was in there because he was a vampire hunter.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Before Blade.
So they just added... Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, because, like, Whistler wasn't even a character. It's kind of like Harley Quinn, right? Harley Quinn wasn't even in the Batman comics, but she was just introduced in the animated series, and then she went on to have her own like comic books and more introduced into it and stuff like that. One of the most
popular
comic book characters to ever exist.
DC,
afterwards.
One of the most DC like popular DC villains.
Yeah,
alongside because you can't nowadays you can't have your Joker without Harley Quinn anymore.
Yeah.
That is also pretty fun. I never knew that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so like he kills Dragon Eat, and then he goes to the head of the table and he goes like, where is he? And then he throws out his fangs and he goes like, all right, let's get to work. So, and then this is where we first meet, where Blade first meets Deacon, and he goes like, oh, sunblock? And he goes like, yeah, I thought I'd try you for a change, walk around in the sunlight and stuff. And he has a little Asian girl because they're in Chinatown, at like held up by hostage. Yeah. And anytime that he goes to react to like get his gun, he goes like, oh, careful. Like, I've got one of your precious little humans here. And they start talking, and then like Deacon gives them a way out to being like, all right, like you come with me. We can partner up together and we can basically take whatever the fuck we want. We can rule the world if we wanted to and shit like that. And like, he just goes like, look at them. They're just cattle, like blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he even told Deacon to the same effect of being like why should I care that you kill her? Because you said it yourself. They're just cattle. So, and then he just like tries to kill him, and then he throws a little girl out into the street, which throws her through a hot dog cart.
Yeah,
or a newspaper stand or something like that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So, and like they do it in the third one.
They did not need to do that.
No, they do it again in the third one where Blade and Dracula are talking, and Dracula has a baby. And he goes like, oh, I have one of your precious little humans here, blah, 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 whatever. And, like, just to stop Blade from actually, like, trying to kill Dracula. And Dracula throws up the baby as a distraction. He runs off. And, like, they're on a rooftop. So he, like, runs off. And Blade catches the baby. And then he looks down at it. And he goes like, Gucci goo. And then, like, the baby starts crying. It's great. And, like, that one has Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh my god!
And I think not Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel, that's who's in it. So, but yeah, that's the reason why that Ryan Reynolds wanted Wesley Snipes in Deadpool and Wolverine. So because like they for a while after that movie they were not on good terms, but then they ended up like started connecting again for Deadpool and Wolverine because Ryan Reynolds wanted a lot more cameos in that movie, but they couldn't. So just for budget and people's schedules and stuff like that. So
that's totally bullshit.
What?
This is Marvel.
Yeah, I know.
And you're telling me that there's a budget issue?
Yeah.
It's like that's
because it wasn't like MCU specific money. It was just like Ryan Reynolds money. So.
I guess, but like.
But
if Marvel doesn't see the value in that,
but I think it's also because of runtime too. It's like budget and runtime. That's
like,
the two things.
I don't believe that because they made
much money.
They made like Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, I know.
And they've had literally all those actors.
I know.
In one movie.
Yeah, and they're gonna have even more in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Oh, it's gonna be great. Man, what if like Gambit's gonna be in that? Channing Tatum's coming back as Gambit. Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
And how much homework do I need to do for Doomsday? I wonder.
I have no idea.
All right, let's move on for
definitely all the X-Men movies, all of them.
Well, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I meant for for Doomsday. I mean.
Yeah. All the X-Men are going to be in Doomsday.
Oh my god.
So, but yeah, and then we'll move on to like the last part of this movie where he meets his mom, and he just goes like, "What the fuck's happening?" Yeah, I thought that you died, and she goes like, "No, I was reborn anew," and it's like blah blah blah, and then like turns out that Deacon is the one that turned her.
Because of course he is.
We're all one big fucking happy family.
It's like like it's like what if the big bad of like the first Spider-Man was always
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben's killer,
yeah.
you know?
Well, yeah, and that's what they did in the third Spider-Man movie is that they made him
the
Sandman.
But they faked him out though.
Yeah, I know.
And it was like I guess like again, but there's more nuance there, and just like you know the villain you've been chasing this whole time that you're gonna kill anyway. Well, now you have another reason because he brainwashed your mother,
right?
And it's like the mother's still alive from like 1967, as well, and also she's just evil. She's just completely brainwashed,
right?
It's like and also weirdly familiar, with Blade. To like a physical familiarity.
Right, and so like she calls him Eric too.
Yeah,
like he was just born and you were dying. There's no way that you just named.
You already
him
gave
Eric.
him a name.
Yeah.
It's like how would he know? How would he know what that name is? How would he respond to that name?
Right,
Like, who are you talking to?
Like his name is Blade.
His name is Blade. He doesn't have
any. The first 13 years, he didn't have a name.
It's Captain Tax Evasion to you, lady. I just want like a Blade abridged version.
Yeah.
Just like Blade written in the style of like DBZA.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like that's.
That'd be funny.
Just like
which they have a actual Blade TV show, which wasn't that great as far as I understand. I wanted to watch it, but and like he's bald because eventually Blade is bald in the comics and stuff.
I just think it's dumb that they made his mother evil.
Yeah, and then they also had an animated TV show too.
Oh yeah.
So just like every other fucking early 2000s TV show needs to be an anime TV show because they did that for Supernatural as well, for some odd fucking reason, and then they did it for X-Men. They did it more anime style.
Yeah, but I like some of those ones.
Yeah,
I liked Adventures of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like that. I liked that style of animation.
Isn't that more like a cartoonish 3D animated?
I guess. Oh, is that what you're talking about?
No, talking about like literally that they're anime style.
Oh, anime style. Oh,
yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, no. They did do an Iron Man one. Yeah. It's that one.
I thought that one was pretty good though.
Yeah.
That was an interesting.
I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying that every like early 2000s like edgy like cartoon character needed to have an anime adaptation like cartoon.
Oh.
So
okay, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and then like my fucking Grace came into the bedroom while I was watching this, and so she like they have him in like that little sarcophagus type thing.
Yeah, they have him,
and they have him strapped in. And
they
so
have,
she goes,
they have him in the blade shaped hole.
Yeah, and they go like, and so she goes like, oh, it's like that scene from Barbie, like
kind of.
So it's the end of the movie when they go like we're gonna put you back in the box, and so like they have the zip ties there. I'm like, oh my god! So I have that written down as like Barbie Blade.
Yeah,
so it's pretty funny. But yeah, and then like we'll just like end it here with the final scene of him just basically drinking Karen's blood, and then at first she goes like, Blade, you need to stop, and so she goes like, oh god, don't stop. And I don't know if it was supposed to be like an erotic type thing.
No. You're misremembering this.
No,
he wants to stop, but she's telling him keep going.
No, it was the fact that the bloodthirst was taking over for him.
Right.
No, I had the captions on, Jack. I know what was being said.
Okay,
because eventually she was saying like, Blade, you have to stop. Like it was too much. And so like she said like, I'm going to let you drink my blood a little bit of my blood. And then she was like, at a certain point, she was saying like, okay, you need to stop because like basically like, you know, I'm being faint or whatever the fuck. And then eventually it turned into her going like, okay, keep going actually. Like don't stop.
Yeah.
And then like her moaning and shit at the same time. I feel like it was kind of being a little bit more erotic in the fact that he was just like kept grabbing onto her and just fucking like jolting her and shit and whatever.
Also, like, how is she not a vampire now?
Right. Well, it's because he's half vampire, so he can't
Stupid
turn people.
rules.
He can't turn people.
Stupid technicalities.
He can't turn people.
And also, she's up walking around. She's able to hold a gun. She's had a bunch of blood drained from her.
Right.
Also, the scene before this, I want to talk about this when she gets thrown into the pit, and it's the guy from the morgue, and it's like
Curtis, right?
Yeah, whatever his name is. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's like, have you ever thought about us?
Yeah.
And then she's just like beating him to death, and she gets out of the hole immediately.
Yeah.
Like she gets thrown in the hole, and it's the guy, but like she's able to use like a bone to like beat him to death, like beat him down. And
I do find that to be actually really interesting.
She climbs out of the hole
with a bone. I think it was like femur,
maybe or something like that. But like
because like I think it was really interesting the way that they did this vampire thing, because it's all like, oh, they're not exactly a vampire, but they're not exactly like a zombie. So like there's something in between that.
It's called a thrall, I believe.
Yeah. So, which is also a really interesting concept for this thing. But
they
after this, never again.
Yeah,
never talked about, never done anything about, like nothing.
I found it annoying that she's just able to get out of there so quickly.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like if she didn't get out of there so fast, then the blood god thing would have gone through and Blade wouldn't have stopped them, basically.
Yeah.
But since she found like a splinter of a femur bone, she was able to like mountain climb her way out of that pit.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's
got a little bit more fight in her, Jack.
I guess, but like she was really going to town on that dude.
I know. Which I didn't understand why she didn't just stab him.
Also, like she's able to like hold her own, like have like use a gun, you know.
Oh yeah,
well,
like just a shotgun.
She's a hematologist. She's just a doctor.
Yeah,
you know. Would have liked a little bit more.
Well, we need a badass woman too to go along with Blade. Again, it's a comic book character, Jack. It's comics.
My suspension of disbelief is. I can't
You
stretch
couldn't,
that.
You could have just sat down and watched this. So like, oh yeah, this is actually a really good movie. I enjoyed
because I was tired and I wanted to get through it.
I guess.
Let's get on to this last scene where it's the
where
Lamagra ritual.
Yeah, Deacon Frost finally becomes the blood god Lamagra.
And his eyes become blood red. I thought that was a cool touch.
Yeah, and especially when all of the skeletons come out of the purebloods. And
that's
flying
that's
around
cool.
and going into him and stuff.
And, it's like,
and the rest of them are all scared. They're like, "Whoa, what the fuck is happening?" Like, especially where Quinn, he goes like, "Oh man, like we're gonna be gods. Like I can't wait to be a naughty god." And it's all like Deacon goes like, "Yeah, right." And then like Deacon knows that he cannot become a god, so like, go fuck yourself.
You mean Quinn?
No, Deacon is telling Deacon has the mindset for Quinn of going like, "Yeah, you're gonna become a god." Fucking.
Yeah.
You know, having the mindset go like, yeah, like you're going to become a god, all right, but there's only room for one person.
Yeah, and then Deacon becomes a god and then gets folded in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Because like when he gets slammed through the wall and so like his girlfriend comes up and goes like, Frost, and he goes like, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. But they don't say that he's Lamagra though. They just continue to call him Frost.
I guess.
So, because especially Blade, like he just calls him Frost. Like when after him, like, you know, drinking the blood and then him becoming a lot more powerful now because he actually had blood. Before he was like a serum. That he made and stuff like that. So
he wouldn't have to drink blood, and then he drinks some blood, and now there's no repercussions for that.
Right. So then he kills his mom, finally, and he goes like, "Yeah, like you're something else, so I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah.
So he does that, and then he ends up basically. He drops down and he lands in the center point of the chamber.
Superhero landing.
And he goes like, Frost! And it's like, oh, fuck, dude, here we go. It's fucking awesome.
This scene was cool.
Yeah.
Like,
because then Quinn comes back and he goes like, dude, I got 2 new hands. I don't know which one to fucking kill you with his little knife. And then
he just cuts his head off.
He has this like wire that's in his vest, and he just takes it and like cuts his head off. And then he grabs the sunglasses and like, oh man, like this song that goes along with it, it's so great. It's awesome. And then he just fucking does his old martial arts, which, again, did you know that Wesley Snipes actually does martial arts?
I mean, I didn't, but I believe you if you told me.
Yeah. So, like, he actually knows how to do martial arts, and, like, they just decided to do more martial arts in the movie just to fit his martial arts background.
Right.
So, which is awesome. So, but, so he just, like, fucking rips all these different vampires and familiars apart. I love the fact that he's fighting one guy, he rips out his throat and throws it at another guy. And so, but yeah, he finally grabs his sword because Frost throws the sword.
It was stuck in the wall.
Yeah, it was stuck in the wall. So, oh no, he didn't do that. It was the girl. The girl stabs one of the purebloods and then kicks it, and then it goes straight through him and it goes into the wall. So. And then he finally has the sword. And then they do their little sword fight. I'm like, not the sword fight I was looking for, but, you know, I'll take it.
Okay.
And again, you know, like what we talked about earlier, cuts him in half, cuts off his hand, and he goes like, Blade, you're too late, blah, blah. And him fighting Deacon, and then him looking up at the
serum. Is like, oh, your precious serum.
Oh, your precious serum. Like, and him throwing up the sword, and he goes like, nice shot. Like, it's great.
Nice shot.
And then he ends up just like throwing all of these like vials at him, and especially when they're up top and he's got Blade, and he goes like, oh, like, you're thirsty, like, oh, you're so thirsty. He goes like, oh, like, I bet you want to taste this serum. He goes like, you should try some. And he just goes like, oh man, that would have been so great if he goes like, fuck it, whatever. And then he tries it, and then like his arm explodes or something. And then like end of movie. That would have been great. That would have been awesome. But yeah, then he just starts throwing a bunch of the serums at him as he jumps up. Like he just goes like, like, like a cat. He jumps up, has his like his knees tucked up, and then he's got his hands up like a cat. He goes like, like, it was so funny.
It would have been cooler if Deacon turned into a giant bat monster.
Right.
I feel like.
Well, like
it would have been more
I was
interesting.
reading on this on IMDb. Apparently, they were going to have where they were going to set it up for like a direct sequel of where Deacon becomes La Magra, and then he disperses the blood mist, and then it turns the whole world into vampires. And then it was going to be Blade and Karen driving around, taking out a bunch of vampires and stuff.
But why wouldn't Karen be turned into a vampire? Because she was already cured?
Yeah.
So she's immune to vampirism now?
Well, she would have done the cure.
Is that the... Okay, I guess, but like...
Because even she told him that, like, Blade, that, like, oh, you know, like, I can cure you. But if I do that, then...
You won't be strong anymore.
You'll just be human, pretty much. And he goes like, fuck.
How lame.
Yeah. And then even at the end of all this, he goes like, oh, like, you know, you can keep your cure. Like, I'm just going to be me. I still got work to do.
But I want you to make me a better serum.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then he goes to Moscow to, like, kill one guy, and then the movie ends.
Yeah. Well, I forgot about the most important iconic scene, though.
What's that?
Well, not iconic scene, but iconic line. He has the last
vial.
Oh,
that's right. It's like
and he goes like, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Why did he say that?
Because they're trying to ice skate uphill.
Why, what's, like, does he need a one-liner there?
No, but it's fucking cool. Like, it's awesome. You just don't get it, Jack.
He's not a quipper, though.
In this movie, he is. I don't know, Jack. Like, why do some motherfuckers always got to ice skate uphill, you know?
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
I don't know.
What is that? That's the line that you chose to say there. That's
fuck yeah, dude.
I wonder who thought of that. Was that Wesley Snipes or was that whatever's the writer? Yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, and then the movie ends with him being in Moscow, and he's gonna And like that's the reason why that he was on Moscow, I guess, is to go and look for Whistler. But again, they retconned it in the second one because he rescues Whistler and he goes like, yeah, I went to Moscow, I went to this place, and like they just kept moving you around, so like, and I finally found you.
But they didn't make Blade 2 and they make Blade 1. Blade 1 had to come first, so why did he go to Moscow? Just to fight.
They needed that
Also,
line to say, hey, this is why I went to Moscow.
Okay.
Because why the fuck else is he in Moscow? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
But
anyway, that's Blade.
That's the end of Blade. So now we'll get into our rating system. So let's decide if this is a rent, buy, or skip, Jack. So a rent is just an occasional watch. I like it enough just to watch it every so often. It's an alright type of movie. Or is this a fuck yeah type of movie, whereas it is buy, where you'll literally fucking buy it on Steelbook like I did, if you can't tell where I'm fucking going with this. Or is it a skip? It's a piece of dog shit movie. Nobody fucking cares about it. It's the Melania of movies, if you will. So, poor fucking movie. So, I'll go first.
Okay.
So, obviously this is a buy.
Fuck yeah!
Best of the best, sir. With honors.
For me, because I love it so much. I used to watch it on VHS and then eventually DVD when my dad had it, and then like I've loved it ever since. It's so good. It's so iconic. The fucking dialogue is so good, and and there's a reason why that Marvel redesigned Blade's character to being more like Wesley Snipes. So like it's because of this movie right here. And again, reason why that he's in Deadpool and Wolverine. So why?
Well, the reason he's in Deadpool and Wolverine is because Ryan Reynolds. That's why.
Well, yeah, I know this, but like, there's a reason why that they made not just one but 3 Blade movies. So Wesley Snipes is good as Blade.
Well,
so
they're also trying to throw shit at the wall because they were going bankrupt. So
well, yeah, I know that. So, but no, everything about this movie is like so good to me. I love it so much. So just all of the stuff that I talked about throughout the course of this movie, I just loved. So I love this movie so much, and it's a buy. So all right, come on, fucking chill over my fucking movie, why don't you? That you suggested, by the way.
I did suggest it because I was expecting a lot more. This movie just skip.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit
for me.
I fucking knew it. You fucking piece of shit.
Listen, I don't have the rose-tinted glasses that you're wearing right now, Devin, for this movie.
You don't know how to just sit back and relax and just enjoy this film as it is.
Someone's got to be the nitpicker around here.
I guess.
So, like, we can't all just have blind nostalgia.
I got so excited to talk about this movie, and you shit all over it by saying it's a skip.
Listen, I knew there was a reason I hadn't seen this movie for a long time, and I watched it, and I figured out, yep, this is why. It's just edgy. It's just an edgy '90s joint. Yeah. And
what's the problem with that?
It didn't help that I couldn't hear what they were saying half the time because the audio mixing was so bad. The dialogue was way too quiet in the version that I watched. And then when you would turn it up, the action sequence was happening, it would be way too loud, so I had to turn it back down again. And the subtitles were broken. Also didn't help that I was also really tired when I watched this movie.
See, that's the reason why that I've always said it throughout the course of this show that you need the right headspace in order to watch a type of movie.
I guess.
You can't be pissed off about like a comedy because then you're not going to like it because you're not going to laugh.
But like for me, there's just way better vampire movies or vampire hunter movies out there besides this one.
There is, yes.
And watch it, I guess, if you want to know what it's about. But like, I don't think I would watch this movie again personally. Because I know like what Blade's about, but like I feel like there's just like a lot of there's a lot of like, oh, like it's cool, but there's not really any, it's style, but not a whole lot of substance to it for me personally. And I listen, I'm gonna be able to shit on this movie, but I have movies that I think I have rose-tinted glasses for, and you're gonna think are terrible, like Kangaroo Jack. When we talk about that movie, right? So like, I get it. This is your Kangaroo Jack. This is your movie that you watched as a kid, you grew up with, and you watched it constantly. You thought it was so cool as a kid, and then watching it today, you,
Well,
think,
we haven't
you
talked
feel the
about-
same way.
No, we haven't watched Kangaroo Jack yet, so you don't know how I'm going to feel about it.
I feel like you're not gonna like it, or you're gonna say it's a rent or something like that. But for me, listen, if I'm gonna watch a vampire hunter like
You don't
piece
know.
of fiction,
I could
this
say
movie,
that it's a buy.
This movie is not peak fiction for me.
It's not peak fiction, no, but it is a good like first Marvel adaptation movie.
If I want to watch an interesting vampire sort of like story, I'm gonna watch Castlevania. I'm gonna leave this one behind.
Well, that's also a show, and it's based off of a really good.
That's
video
why I
game
said
series.
story, not a movie.
Oh,
right.
What? This movie has story in it. It follows the adventures of Blade trying to take out Deacon Frost.
Okay.
So
he did it. So
he did it. He killed the vampire.
He killed it in 2 hour runtime.
Yes.
It didn't need to be 2 hours.
It would have been longer. I would have loved for it to be longer. No,
I don't care. So
no, 2 hours is enough. I feel like it could have cut back to like
Devin,
an hour and 45.
We need one of these movies, all right? We need a movie that we disagree on.
I guess.
Okay. That's
I
what's,
thought
that's,
that you would at least have it as a rent, not a complete skip.
It's okay. It is a.
Watch it again when you're not tired.
I don't think I will. Listen, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's not.
All right? But it's also not something that I would want to watch again, which is by its nature a skip.
Fair.
So it is I want to say that it's borderline rent, but it's not like the deep
absolute
like
skip.
the far like line of a skip. It's not Melania.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Nothing is bad. Like Melania or like Snow White or something like that. It's not
Yeah.
that bad. All
True.
right. I just didn't enjoy
Well,
it as much as I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to like it a lot more since I was the one who suggested it.
Yeah.
It's like I've never seen Blade. Like I wonder if it's any good.
Yeah.
It's okay. It was okay.
Uh-huh.
It was for me. It was mid.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it wasn't a bad movie, but I didn't think it was very exciting personally.
All right. Well, let's move on to suggested people.
Sure, let's do that.
So what we'll do is that we'll go into IMDb, look at a 110, sometimes both star review, see what other people have to say about the movie in that time frame, because a lot of the people are not newer people that talked about it in now.
Yeah.
So
we try to avoid those as much as we can because some of them may be AI generated. So
yeah, true. So I decided to do a 1-star review. So, because I thought that if Lou was here, I thought all three of us would be in agreement. Yeah, this is a buy, but I guess I was fucking wrong.
You really thought I think this would be a buy?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought that you would really enjoy this movie, or at least a rent. So
it was fun in parts,
not a skip. Anyhow, so this person said it's a total piece of shit.
Okay, I don't believe that.
Yeah. This film is total crap. The plot, the acting, the special effects, everything in this movie is terrible. Even Die Hard fans must recognize this movie is a shame. Why did you like this? So they're talking about me.
Okay, but like you can't be in a review saying like why did you
enjoy this movie?
Like you have to like you can't just like shit on other people in your review of a movie like saying like you're wrong for liking this movie. I don't think that.
Right.
I can see why you would like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it for probably the same reasons that you like it.
Yeah. So
like I don't know. Is there any more to this, or is just like?
They said, I can't find nothing remarkable, or interesting, well done, or enjoyable in this movie. Or is it the sunglasses? The lame scenes, the stupid plot, the music, intelligence in the world is heading towards extinction. 2 out of 10. Even though they put it as a 1 out of 10 star review, you can't put it as 2 out of 10 if you put it as a 1 star.
Yeah.
So, but that came out in 2004. The beginning of 2004.
This guy was feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Maybe he just doesn't like black people. I don't know.
Maybe. He's racist.
Maybe.
He doesn't like Wakanda Forever.
Could be.
Or Black Panther. This other person just says, terrible in every way. Is there anything good to be said about this movie? That's it. That's all that they had. That was 2020. That one was more recent. That was 2020.
What a
thought-provoking
what a very
review.
detailed description of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions about this movie.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you not wait? Did you want to do a 10-star review?
No.
No?
No, I gave the 10-star review.
We did?
I gave the 10-star review.
No, but we had to do a 1, 10, or both because you said it was a buy. I said it was a skip. It's how it works.
Fine. I guess I'll go back on here. So, whatever.
Just real quick, find a 10-star one.
I guess. They're always like so long too, because look at this. Like this one's like going over the page. This one is like a paragraph long. This one's over. All right. This one seems like it would be pretty good. Fantastic. Thanks to Wesley Snipes and Steven Dorff. Hold on. Okay, I'm actually going to do this one because... Oh, no, wait, never mind. That one's a super long one. Never mind. I was trying to find a more recent one.
Okay, if they're too long, then...
No.
There's one right there. Amazing.
This one? No, this one... Okay.
No, that one right there.
Okay, I guess. This said, amazing. This film was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. Wesley Snipes was great for this role, and I'm sure Blade 2 would be just as good. This came out 2001. The second one came out 2002.
Was this before or after they hit the towers?
This would be after. No, this is before. It's August 31st.
Oh,
kind of pretty close there.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I don't mean to laugh at that, but it was really fucking funny. Blade is by far one of my favorite action horror movies out there, and if you haven't seen it yet, yes, it is action. Shut up. And if you haven't seen it yet and like Vampires and Blood, all that stuff, you should really rent it because I assure you that you'll love it. If
action horror?
It is an action horror movie, yes.
I was not scared at all during this movie.
Well, it doesn't need to be scary to be horror.
Well,
it's
now
vampires.
Guess what, Devin? Now that I see this as a horror movie, I'm dropping my rating lower.
Shut the
that's
fuck
my
up.
that's my rule.
Shut up.
I'm kidding.
Anything else on Blade or anything?
No, I guess like again, it's not the worst thing I ever seen. I'm just a little bit underwhelmed by the what went on in the movie, and I think they could have like done a little bit more. I guess.
Any horror. If there's nothing else, like we'll end it here. So
Devin's so sad now that I didn't agree with him that this movie was a buy.
No. Beat the shit out of you off camera.
I'm ready for you.
As you're tired. Anyhow, yep. Again, thank you so much for watching, listening, tuning in, and how you guys are doing it. Really appreciate you being here. Again, be sure to follow us and all that stuff. Be sure to do all the good stuff for us. Share this around and all that. And we'll see you guys next week for something new. So hopefully Lou will be here because he texted me saying that, like, let me know what you guys are going to talk about next week. So we'll figure out something new to talk about next week. So I don't know. We might do another Marvel movie.
There was something.
Deadpool and Wolverine. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah. There's too much stuff going on in that movie.
Yeah.
We were talking about it for hours at that point.
Yeah. So we're reaching about 2 hours here. So again, thank you everybody for being here, and we'll see you guys next week for something new. So bye.